welcome back to my channel. This is a whole different type of video than what I'm used to sharing here, but we are finally doing a video on our bike review. So if you've been following my vlog, you've seen that we have been e-biking all around the beach. We live on the in Panama City Beach in the Gulf Coast area of Florida, and it is super bike friendly. So we decided back in October to go ahead and try out e-bikes, and we have absolutely loved them. But the only thing is that whenever we were researching them, there weren't a ton of videos with reviews for e-bikes. So we thought it would be super helpful to tell you guys what we think of these and what we like about them, maybe what we don't like about them, the pros and cons. So we actually bought the Engwe Engine Pro e-bikes. So we bought them back in October, and we put about 500 miles on them so far. So that seems like a pretty good amount of time to give them a test run to see what we think. We've gone over gravel, we've gone over paved roads, we've gone over just regular trails through the woods, and then we've gone in the sand with them too. So we've tried all kinds of different, textures and pathways and everything on these things, and so far so good. We actually really enjoy these bikes, and we do get a lot of comments too from people whenever we're out riding. They ask us, do we like the brand? Have we enjoyed the bikes? The price of them and everything. So we're gonna go over all of that today. I think we'll start with my bike. We have two of them. Nick has one that's more of a custom modification, so we'll go over all of his custom pieces that he's added to his, but we'll start with mine, which is more of the basic version. So like I said, it's the Engine Pro is the actual name of the bike, and they look really cool to us. We really like the body of them and the shape of them. You can tell with e-bikes there's a little bit of a different look to each different one, but these are really well made. We ordered them online and they came in pieces, so Nick was the one to actually put them together, and it didn't really take too long. He got them both put together in one night, and then we just ordered a few extra pieces for accessories, but I'll go over that too in just a little bit. So as far as the body of the bike goes, it has front shocks and then it has rear shocks on it, so we're able to go over some pretty big hills and speed bumps and divots and trails and everything really easily. It has a really good solid ride to it. You don't feel like you're about to fall off or anything like that. And then also, as far as the speed goes, you can go up to 5 different levels of it. It has a button here that you can adjust the speed, and then it has a little menu over here that we'll show too, and that's just how you can navigate from level 0, where you can put it in walk mode, so you can walk with it wherever you need to, so you don't have to push it. You can go up to 33 miles an hour on it whenever you're at level 5. The battery sits right here, and it comes with a 1000-watt peak hub motor. So we've had people ask us about that too. So people that know their e-bikes are very curious about everything like that. So that's something that's super important. Apparently, depending on the price that you pay for the bike and the different brands, they vary. So we feel like that's a really good number and a high quality for the type of bike that we were looking for. And the next big feature that we really appreciate on these e-bikes is that it is foldable. So we live in a 3rd level apartment, so we have to go downstairs to take our bikes every day. But the thing is we can actually fold them, and we'll show you too what that kind of looks like with our car. We put it in the back of it so that we can transport them and take them places. Nick is actually the one that has to carry them because they are pretty heavy. So that's probably the one downfall about e-bikes in general, is that they're pretty heavy. They're not like a road bike, but they typically weigh, I think it's around between 50 to 60 pounds. Most of the weight comes from the battery because the batteries are really heavy, but the good thing is you can remove them, so you can charge them that way without having to have the whole bike with it. I think you can go about 70 miles or so on one full charge. So we've gone, so far the furthest that we've gone is around, I think it was 30-ish miles, and we came home with, I think it was about 50 or 40% left in our battery. So that's not bad. I think you could definitely take a mini road trip if you wanted to, and stop at a hotel, charge it, and then get back on your e-bike. They do go a really long way, and they go pretty fast, so we definitely see the pros of having e-bikes versus road bikes. What we really like about the e-bikes specifically is that there's a pedal assist, and that just basically means that as you start pedaling, the motor kicks in, so it does all the work for you. And the thing about living here in Florida is obviously the terrain is really flat, so there's not a lot of hills, but we have gone up a few little tiny hills here, and the e-bikes make it so super simple. There's also this throttle here on the side, and if you hold it down, it basically takes all the work off of you, so you can basically ride it like a moped. You don't have to pedal, you just hold down the throttle and the bike stays at the speed that you want it to, which is really, really handy, especially if you've gone a lot of miles and you're feeling kind of tired. You can use that, or if you're going up a hill, you can use it too. I've personally used it whenever we're going at a higher speed, basically 4 or 5, because I can't pedal fast enough to keep up with it, so I hold the throttle and it makes, you know, the bike go, and I can go just as fast. Okay, so we'll show you kind of what the menu looks like on the bike itself. So to turn it on, you just hold this little button here, and then this is the menu that it comes with. We actually like the look of it too, because some of them have different styles, and this one we really like. So it tells you what sport mode you're in, or what mode you're in basically right there, and that shows you our trip distance. So like I said, almost 500 miles total, and then this is where you'll see the speed. So you also have the option too with these bikes to do cruise control, so that's where you can hold this little throttle down and you can just be cruising at whatever speed you want to without doing any of the work. You can go through the different levels. So 1, you just hit the button and go all the way up to 5. So it's very user friendly and we were able to figure it out pretty quickly. Everything else on here, I have a little bell obviously, so that whenever you're passing pedestrians or walkers or even other bikers, I like to use this one. We just bought this at a bike store here at the beach. And then I added this basket that I just got on Amazon. And we have 2 different types of bike locks. This one's like a little mini one. So I added this bike bag here. It is insulated, so it's like a little mini cooler that we can carry snacks with. So we've gone to the grocery store, picked some things up, and it is super, super handy. I think it was $20, I'm pretty sure, off Amazon. So definitely worth it. And it has this little cup holder here too. We also like to do a lot of night rides, so it comes with this light right here. Nick did end up moving it. Whenever it came together, it was on the front, he moved it to the back, and of course you can move it around too, so you know, depending on how you want your light to aim at night, you can move it around. So that's a very basic light, but it definitely does the trick and it lights up the road just fine for us. And then also for night rides, we have these back tail lights, so this lights up really well, and then Nick has one that lights up that he added to the back of his. And so we just try to make sure that the cars can see our bikes really well at night and we're super visible. So it has lights on the front and the back, which I think is super helpful. It also has a key that locks right here, and you're able to keep your bike, you know, obviously safe if you were to go somewhere. You just switch it to turn it on. The bike will not go if you don't have the key. So that's a critical part to the e-bike, and it's also something that gives you that extra peace of mind that hopefully someone can't take it whenever you have it parked somewhere. Now we'll talk about Nick's bike. So he has spent a lot of time customizing his. As you can tell, his looks a lot different than mine. Definitely a lot sportier. And he went ahead and switched out the handlebars. He got his on Amazon, so he got the double fork. He also added this light here. We actually got this light from Walmart for, I think it was maybe under $10, but he actually customized it and added a lot of these little accessories on the side. And then he also added this West Biking phone accessory storage kit. So it has little zipper pockets on the side that you can hold your keys or, you know, whatever you need to. And then it has a clear case on the front so you can store your phone whenever you ride. As far as the price goes, we actually got these whenever they were running a special. So Nick did a bunch of research on all the different brands, but he landed on this one based on the reviews and the specs of the bike, and we paid $2,700 for both bikes. Now they run about $3,000 for 2, so it's a little bit more, but in our opinion it's definitely worth it, because a lot of the other brands that we've seen, they are a lot more expensive and they also don't have the specs that these do. As far as the pros go, it's honestly a really overall really well built bike. So you can tell whenever you ride it, it feels really sturdy, it feels really well made, and a lot of the components are just really nice. So it doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel rattly or anything like that. So we really appreciate that. We also really like that it can actually pick up speed really quickly. We can pick up speed when we're waiting at a stoplight to 2 or 3 really fast, and so it's been really helpful, and it's especially helpful when you're going up hills. And lastly would be how we can fold these up. We appreciate things that are foldable or portable that you can take with you places. We have a paddleboard that you can blow up, and with these bikes you can fold them up and take them with you anywhere you need to go. It has a hinge right here where it splits in half, so the bike basically sandwiches, and the handlebars here, they fold over. It has these little hinges right here, and then it also has on the pedals, you can fold them up so that they're very compact. The only thing is that you're gonna have to have somebody that's pretty strong as far as lifting them in and out of the car or up and down stairs like we do. I can't lift it because it's really heavy, but if you can lift 50 to 60 pounds, you should be able to do it just fine. Alright, so I think that covers everything about our bike review today. I hope that this was helpful. Feel free to drop any of your questions in the comments down below. I will make sure to link all of our accessories and the bike itself down in the description box. So feel free to drop any questions that you might have or comments, and I'll be happy to help in any way that I can. I think that's all for today, so thank y'all so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye! I don't know what else to say. What should I say? What else can I say? It has a little nozzle, or what is it called? So you can definitely... What? Oh, okay. Well, what am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so out of breath. Our bike... Oh, hold on.